Today we are going to discuss something in very brief about one of the most sacred pilgrim site in Sri Lanka, which is known as ancient city of Polonnaruwa. The Polonnaruwa is recognized as the second capital or the second kingdom of Sri Lanka. After the downfall of Anuradhapura, which is recognized as the first capital of Sri Lanka, in the beginning of 10th century, the Chola invaded the Sri Lanka. Due to the political instability generated because of Chola invasions, the Anuradhapura gradually waned. In the middle of 10th century, the king called Vijayabahu founded the Polonnaruwa kingdom. He ruled the Polonnaruwa kingdom for about 55 years. When we pay our attention on the Polonnaruwa period, actually the cultural heritages and rich value of artifacts in Polonnaruwa is just second only to the Anuradhapura. It is in true sense a magnificent kingdom. During the Polonnaruwa period, the capital was ruled by 16 kings, except invaders, and 2 queens. There are very crucial sacred sites or the religious movements that we can notice in Polonnaruwa. The Watadage, which is recognized as the Tooth Relic Temple in Polonnaruwa. In order to the Great Chronicle, the Watadage was constructed by king called Vijayabahu I. Watadage has 2 stone platforms decorated with elaborate stone carvings. The lower one is entered through a single entrance facing the north, while the second one is accessed through the 4 doorways. Facing the 4 cardinal points, this platform house the stupa, which is surrounded by the brick wall. The Buddha statue are constructed around the wall. Then there's another very important Buddhist sacred site which is known as Galvihara. In Galvihara or the stone temple, there are 4 stone-made Buddha statues which are in different postures as seating, standing, and reclining. The first you can see the seating image of the Buddha, which is in the gesture of dhyana or the dhyana mudra. The second statue in Galvihara is constructed inside a little stone cave, a little rock cave. This rock is known as Vidyadhara cave. One of the another most important feature that you can notice, the touch of Mahayana tradition, touch of Tantrayana, and some touch of Hindu tradition. The statue represents the omnipresent Dharmakaya concept of the Buddha. In the panel behind the Buddha statue, you can see another 4 Buddha statues have been carved, represent the 4 Mahayana Buddhas, Amitabha, Amoghasiddhi, Akshobha, and Rathanapala. Then we can see the big statue which is in the standing posture. This gesture is known as Paradukka Dukkita Mudra, which means sorrow upon the sorrow of others, lamenting upon the lamenting on others. This Buddha statue represents the Avadana Mudra of the Buddha. The Avadana Mudra depicts actually the great compassion of the Buddha. Then the final Buddha statue in Galvihara is in reclining posture. This is one of the most beautiful sacred site in Polonnaruwa. Not only in Polonnaruwa, as far as I have noted, one of the best site that you can see in entire world. Then There are several other image houses also which clearly express the magnificency or the legacy of Polonnaruwa. The one is called the Lanka Tilaka Image House. The Lanka Tilaka Image House constructed by the king called Parakramabāhu, one who was the one of the most famous king in Sri Lanka who could unite the country after King Vijayabahu, and he ruled the country for nearly 33 years. Within his reign, actually, he contributed for the development of Buddhism in Sri Lanka a lot. The image house is 124 feet long and 66 feet wide. The image house said to has consist of 5 stories completely built using bricks, including roof following the Gedigiya architectural style under the Hindu influence. This image house consists 3 parts as sanctum, vestibule and entrance porch. Sanctum means the Dhatu Garbha, where you can see about 40 feet height, headless Buddha statue, and between the screen wall and the inner side of the rear wall, there is an ambulatory, which means the image house has been constructed providing facility for circumambulation worship. There is another very interesting image house in Polonnaruwa, which is known as the Tiwanka Image House. It is known by the name of the Art Gallery of Polonnaruwa. This is where you can see the magnificent stone carvings, paintings, and one of the most magnificent Buddha statue, but sadly, most of the parts of the Buddha statue are destroyed. And the name of Tiwanka came into being due to the 3-bend posture of the Buddha image of the pilgrimage or the image house. And when we come to the paintings in Tiwanka Image House, there are magnificent paintings. So, in the inner world of the Tiwanka Image House, they have painted various Jataka stories such as Sasa Jataka, etc. But sadly, some of the paintings have now destroyed to great extent. Then there is another very important image house which is known as the Thuparama Image House. The constructor of this image house is unknown. This particular image house has been constructed to deposit the tooth relic of the Buddha. This image house also consists 4 parts as sanctum, vestibula, mandapa and entrance porch. In the sanctum, there is a Buddha statue. That might be the place that they established the tooth relic. And when we go through the art style of the Thuparama Image House, obviously regarding the exterior wall of the Thuparama Image House, we can notice some of Dravidian influence. Apart from these magnificent image houses, there are some magnificent chaitiyas also belongs into this particular period. One is called Rankot Vihara, then there is another one called the Kiri Vihara, and the Somavati Chaitiya. Actually, Somavati does not belong to the period of Polonnaruwa, it belongs to the period of Anuradhapura, but it's situated in the Polonnaruwa district. These are few of most important sites that you can witness in Polonnaruwa sacred city. Other than these, there are a number of sacred sites, sacred monuments, religious monuments in Polonnaruwa. I would like to invite you, please visit the Polonnaruwa. That will be one of a very pleasureful experience in your life.